What is up, guys and gals? Welcome to episode number 258 of the Nonsense Review. I am your host, as always, Devon, and joining me equally as always is Rick.
Hello, everybody.
Rick, are you perhaps interested in the last Three Kingdoms related fact I'm probably ever going to bring up on the podcast?
Is it AD or BC?
It'd have to be AD, because BC is far too early.
Well, you know, it's kingdoms, not like I guess dynasties don't really start until after this, do they?
No, dynasties existed before this. In fact, if we go to BC, we're talking like Qin, whereas the Three Kingdoms started after the fall of the Han, and then we ended up getting Jin.
Okay.
No, dynasties have always been a fucking thing.
Yeah, I thought the Han dynasty was after that, but that shows the intent. Basically, I know the name, and that's the extent of my knowledge. So go ahead.
So 258 was the end of the third rebellion in Shouchan, and specifically the death of Zhuge Dan.
Okay. I'm guessing he's is he related to Zhuge Liang?
There were so many Zhuges in the Three Kingdom period that it gets a bit annoying. But Zhuge Dan's a bit of a weird one because he was incredibly talented in his own right. However, he has two relatives who are much better at what he does, and therefore he gets shit on a lot.
Sure.
So yes, he was related to Zhuge Liang. He was also related to, because, you know, he's also related to Zhuge Liang. He's also related to Zhuge Jin, who doesn't get spoken about as much as Zhuge Liang. I can't remember if he was a cousin. I think he was a brother, actually, of Zhuge Liang. But he went off and fucked off and worked with Wu.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Sometimes we have to rein in our passions because, you know, the people that are listening, including the person I'm talking to, don't know nor care.
Yeah, I've been doing my best to, you know, like, use the tiny little window wiper to unglaze my eyes.
Anyway, we've introduced ourselves. Today we are doing something quite fun. We are doing Secret Level by the guys over at Amazon. I don't know anything about this series apart from the fact that, apart from what Rick has explained to me, because this was a Rick idea, they take franchises that already exist and basically every episode is based on a different thing. Today we're doing the Warhammer episode, and this is the part where I throw to Rick and ask him if he can fill in some of the background information for us.
I can't fill in the information on the Warhammer one because I wanted to keep it, as spoiler-free for myself as possible. But
I just meant the show in general.
Yeah, in general, they're essentially all pilots, kind of. In that, if any of them were like super popular, then they could be picked up and taken further, retooled and turned into something more. However, the one that really stands out is Concord, because the game was released and cancelled before this entire series came out. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's one of those where I understand that corpos don't really understand how things work, but the fact that you're bringing out a brand new hero shooter when Overwatch is still alive and well and has not pissed away its goodwill yet is baffling. And then to not bother trying after it failed at the first hurdle.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, guys, you could have done something. You could have tried, but it's one of those. It's also a really baffling one as well, because gamers in general are against live service games.
Yeah. And
here comes Concord, a game that you buy and then you just have.
Yeah. So it's so weird that like people just like It got deleted after about a week, didn't it?
It did not last long, that's for sure.
Maybe even like 2 days. But yeah, like the physical discs are like a relic because it was removed from stores. Everybody that bought it online got refunded. So the only evidence of it existing are the physical discs and human memory.
Yeah, it's one of those where my finger was not on the pulse of Concord because it's not a game that I ever cared about. I don't play Overwatch or any other hero shooter because those games aren't fun for me.
Yeah, plus I believe it was PS5 exclusive back when PS5s were more difficult to obtain than they are today.
I mean, I know it was a Sony project, so it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. It's this episode that they made of this is the only real evidence that it was ever intended to actually succeed because animation costs money. The game itself, you could write off as doing what Warner Brothers do, where they make the entire thing and then cancel it and count it as a tax loss. But the fact that they did an animation as well, yeah.
That also doesn't track, Rick, because you don't sell it. You don't sell it and then refund the money if it was just going to be a tax write-off. Also, that's not really a thing in video games.
No, but for a company as big as Sony, it's the kind of thing that they could get away with to not pay as much tax.
It doesn't make any sense, though, Rick.
Okay. It doesn't make sense to the outside looking in. However, when you're doing accounting and bean pushing, that kind of thing lets you keep your staff members another year while also not affecting your bottom line.
Except Sony sacks people all the time.
Yeah, they do.
Rick, take your tinfoil hat off and piss off.
Would you like me to leave the tinfoil hat?
No, I want... the tinfoil hat needs to go away. Your conspiracy nonsense is not appreciated today.
Okay. But when I'm pissing off, do I take the tinfoil hat with me, or do I leave it behind?
I don't want your tinfoil hat, nor the shit that it spews.
Okay.
But yeah, Rick decided to explain the Concord episode, when in reality we're doing the Warhammer one today. Rick, you brought up a good point. You said that each of these episodes could serve as a pilot to just pick up and run away with. Did any of them have that happen?
As far as I'm aware, kind of no, but also the Warhammer one served as a platform for Henry Cavill's entry into Amazon Warhammer.
I don't think that's correct. I believe Henry Cavill literally just got offered it because that's what he wanted to do after The Witcher, which, those guys really threw him under the bus.
They did. And it's also weird that it's coming out on Amazon and not Warhammer Plus.
Warhammer Plus isn't a thing anymore.
Is it gone? Good.
Like, as an animation platform or as a show platform, it does not exist.
I mean, good. There were too many pluses, and Warhammer is not a big enough brand to be one of those.
Well, the Warhammer Plus thing's unique selling point wasn't really the shows, because they were few and far between, if that. The unique selling point was, here's Warhammer Plus. If you subscribe to us for a year, you get a model that you can only get by subscribing to Warhammer Plus for a model.
Yeah. So you pay £100, you get a model, and that's slightly only more expensive than buying Archaon.
Yeah, but the difference is you're spreading that cost over a year, Rick.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not saying it was a good idea, but as far as I'm aware, it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. It was about the same price as getting White Dwarf as well, isn't it?
White Dwarf's £8 now.
Is it £8 now? Oh boy. Because I picked up a Warhammer thing, and it was a magazine. I've not read the magazine, and it comes with 3 Skaven. I've not built the Skaven. They're just kind of there. They're waiting for a day where I can play that kind of thing with someone nearby, which is probably never going to happen. But it was £3 for 3 Skaven, which is worth anyone's money.
I mean, they're not worth your money when all your collection consists of a free Skaven. You're never going to use them.
Sure.
I'm not wrong. Rick, what can you do with free Skaven?
Well,
genuine
you build
question.
Them. Okay, with 3 Skaven, what you can do is you can build them, and then they are now models to use for tabletop games when you need something that is a villain. Or you're playing as a rat person.
Do you play in person anymore for TTRPGs like that?
Not since COVID.
COVID hasn't been a thing, air quotes, for 4 years.
Well, it's still it's still a thing in our lives that, oh man, I'm going to be one of those. If I ever reach 80 years old, it's going to be one of those things that we talk about it all the time. People that were in the war don't.
Well, it's one of those where, just for those listening, the reason why I use air quotes for COVID not being a thing anymore, when I say that, I mean the government no longer has any restrictions, or hasn't had restrictions on what you can do for about 4 years now in the UK. So that's my measuring stick, which means, yes, you can actually just go around your buddy's house and play a game of D&D. I just know you don't.
Yeah. And yes, you can actually still get COVID.
Yeah, as long as
it does still happen.
As long as you're vaccinated and not a din about it, it's not so much an issue anymore, unless you've got underlying health problems, in which case you probably should still be a bit careful.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a long-winded way to say we're doing an Amazon thing today, so boo hiss. For those of you who are new to the podcast, you probably don't know this, but what we do before we jump into the reaction and the review itself is we talk about our weeks and the goings-on in the wide universe. So with that in mind, Rick, how's your week been, buddy?
Well, Megabunk has become a problem. I'm now at 55 hours.
Every time you say Megabunk, I think it's a horny meme.
I mean, yeah, a Mega Bonk is what you would get if you are mega horny, usually, if you're mega horny on Mega Main. But yeah, it continues to be fun. I'm now unlocking almost everything that's unlockable. The character roster is nowhere near as massive as it is in Vampire Survivors or Holocure or most other things like this, but that's okay because they're 3D and they all have animations.
I mean, fair enough. I guess. How big is the roster?
Oh, it's about 25.
I mean, that's still a pretty big roster for an indie game.
Yeah, it is. And the other things that we've done.
Wait, that's all you got? That's it?
Well, I talked about it last week. We know that it's a 3D Vampire Survivor.
Well, how about you explain to people how you unlock the characters? Because that's a new thing that you didn't mention last week.
Well, in general, you have like little achievements, like kill the first boss in 6 minutes for the first time, and that might get you a speedy character, or the speedy character. One of them is you take the skeleton man that you unlock pretty early on by unlocking a bone. By finding a bone, and you take it to stage 2 and beat the mini boss that is named after him, and it's Calcium. Calcium is the skeleton, and this mini boss is Calcium's dad. Beat Calcium's dad as Calcium, and then you unlock stage 3.
Okay, so pretty standard fare for roguelites.
Yeah, and stage 3 is kind of the most interesting because it's a graveyard crypt. You start in the crypt. You've got however long to escape. If you just gun straight for it, you'll have no problem, but there are zero-cost chests along the way that you might want to take a couple of moments out of your escape route to unlock and get a head start. If you run out of time, then Spooky Steve shows up with... he has HP that can only be described as a mathematical formula. Showing that he will just kill you if he touches you, and he does, no matter what you have. The only thing that can stop him from killing you is an evasion chance, and those have a cooldown, so yeah, get out before Spooky Steve spawns. And they also have something that I wish they had on the other stages, which are the quote-unquote balanced choice totems. You go, and it will double one of your stats in exchange for one or the other, but you get to choose which one of the offerings that it gives, and you can choose not to take any of them in case all of the things you have to sacrifice are too high a price to pay.
Okay. I don't like the idea of having a thing in a game that's a boss that you can't possibly beat.
Oh, he's not really a boss. He's basically just a stage hazard from like the 1 minute, between 55 seconds and 1 minute 15, depending on what random layout you get given of escape time.
Okay, but you know what I mean. I don't like having a thing you can't beat, unless it's a survival horror game, in which case fine, but I don't play those for a reason.
Yeah, there is an achievement for beating him, so there probably is some kind of stupid build that can do it. And people do have 100% achievements on Steam, so it's theoretically possible, but I don't know how you do it.
I'm going to assume it's like there's just straight up a bullshit item you get, and it just makes him vulnerable. You got to get 5 giant souls.
Or you just hope for the nuke to drop that kills everything.
Including yourself?
Not including yourself, weirdly enough. Usually it doesn't extend to bosses, but it might extend to him. I've not tried it, but, it's also a low percent chance to drop, because it's just the same as, okay, a magnet has dropped. Okay, a sword for 10 seconds of extra power has dropped. The other thing that's happened is that I have started the course that I am on for the next 3 months. So if there are any disruptions, it is my fault.
I mean, chances are there won't be that many disruptions, but chances are from this point onwards you're going to get a very different vibe on the podcast because we won't be doing it in the morning.
Yes. I will be doing on the back of a full day of being in a classroom with a camera on the entire time.
And I'm just a completely different person in the evening.
Yes. Last thing that I've done is we've started One Piece Season 2 as a family.
Ah, yes, the live-action one, it should be said.
Yeah, the live-action version of One Piece. Because I think One Piece is one of those things where they don't have seasons, it's just mega ongoing and never stops in the anime.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But it's still an anime, so it still has arcs.
Yeah. Oh, yes, it very definitely still has arcs. And in this episode, they even had the gag of, you thought we were going to skip blah, 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 blah.
I don't personally care for that type of joke.
Sure. It's fun, and I had forgotten how fun Buggy the Clown was. Spoiler for the fact that he survives, because, he survives in, like, at least 1,000 episodes in the anime. And, yeah, it's been great so far, and on the back of that, Netflix are increasing their prices out in the wide world.
Yay.
Yeah. For the second year running, the ad tier is going up by $1. Ad-free plan's going up by $2. I don't know how much it's going to be for us in the UK. It's going to be over the coming weeks, and we're going to get an email before it happens. And so it's the same. It's the same. £2. The difference is that the premium is only going up by £1, but that's going up to basically £20.
I don't know what the difference between premium and normal is.
4K.
Oh, well, who the fuck needs that?
Yeah, no, nobody. Because 4K TVs are very good at upscaling your 1080p content. I played Bloodborne on a 4K TV. It looked freaking fantastic. And that's like 720p at best.
Fair enough, man. No, Netflix is possibly going to be the next thing I axe financially, because... But first of all, I've never agreed with, no, you don't get to charge for an ad tier. If you've got ads, then that tier is free. That's how it should be. That's why I didn't have any beef with Crunchyroll at the beginning.
Yeah, totally. And then, too many people were using ad blocks, and, yeah.
Well, yeah, I get it, that's the downside, but it's like, if you're making people watch advertisements for something they pay for, no, you don't get two forms of income. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm fully against that as a concept. The other thing is this most recent price increase was meant to be because of them acquiring what were they called?
It was going to be Warner Brothers, wasn't it? And then it got stopped by someone else buying them instead.
Yeah, so that was why they said their prices were going to increase, because they're acquiring that. And then they decided that, no, they don't want that, actually. So
And still increasing the prices.
Yeah, I know, it's funny that, isn't it?
Yeah, these prices that always go up and never come down.
Yeah.
But yes, that's the nature of the beast when it comes to the infinite profit upwards cliff.
Well, they try and do it with everything nowadays, don't they? I mean, I know car leases have been a thing for quite some time now, but that's fucked up. But the more fucked up one is the, I think it's like German cars in particular, Audi and BMW, locking their GPS systems behind monthly subscription fees.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Not only that, but like the really nickel and dime you. Like you can have heated seats, heated steering wheels, the camera telemetry. Basically, they make all the cars with all of those things in them, and then you have to pay to unlock the items. Which wouldn't bother me if you paid to unlock it, but you have to pay to subscribe to it. So what they are doing is making the next person that buys the car after you sell it also have to pay for it through the app, which always works, of course.
Well, it's one of those, Rick, where it's the times we live in are we don't want to sell you a product, we want to rent you a product until you die. That's the new business model. We're in that stage of capitalism.
It's the old adage of you will own nothing and then love it.
Like we went on a tirade like about half a year ago about streaming services and other things not letting you keep shit. Whereas like literally, if you buy a movie on Amazon, it's like great, but Amazon can still just take that off of you if they choose to. At that point, you don't own it. In which case, it's legally fine and justified to steal it.
Yeah.
Hashtag
like,
not a lawyer.
Like we paid £4 for The Princess Bride, and everyone watched it, and it was good. That's basically, as far as I'm concerned, that's £4 well spent. It still exists on my Amazon account.
Yeah, so. Sure, I'm not talking about real examples, I'm just saying that the one that's really tricky is Steam, because Steam, everyone loves to fucking suck Steam's dick, and I don't blame them, it's a good service, but it often gets glossed over that, no, they do put in their terms and conditions everywhere that you don't own shit in your library.
Yeah. Everything is basically just rented Steam space. You have a license for it, and the license can be revoked. And Steam can also choose to stop hosting something at any point for any reason. They tend not to, and that's what's the massive point in their favour on the whole. But also, yeah, Gabe wasn't a billionaire before he launched the Steam store, which is what makes him able to keep a finger on the pulse of the common man.
Yes, but unfortunately for everybody, Gabe Newell is mortal.
Yes.
And we don't know what the next CEO will choose to do.
Yeah, we're hoping that he's cultivating a worthy successor.
It's also like, it's not something we've ever gotten into on the podcast, but it does raise the good question that I've seen pondered many a time on the internet, and every time I see it, I go, that is a good point, and we are going to have to fucking cross that bridge at some point, of digital inheritance, because it's not really a thing, because it hasn't had to be a thing, but there's a lot of people who own massive Steam libraries, like tens of thousands of games, because they're crazy people, who have kids, who are like, when I die, my kids should get my games. But there's no precedent for it yet, which means, actually, when you die, chances are those games go away.
Yeah, it's more that the account goes away.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the way that it's done now is people just will bequeath their account details, and then Steam will go, oh, this person is now 140 years old.
And as long as Steam is okay with that, then great. But I highly suspect that they'll be like, nah, buy those games again, fucker.
Yeah. And the last thing that I've seen is more something that, you're not going to be interested in this because you've already got it. But next month, we're getting Hades 2 for the Xbox One and the PS5. So great news for people that like Hades and don't have a PC.
What, Hades 2, you say?
Yes.
Why's it taking so long to go to Xbox?
Don't know.
Okay. Thanks, Rick. It's your story.
Yeah, but it's just it's been a PC game for donkey's years.
I'd agree with you. However, as soon as the Switch 2 launched, it went on the Switch 2.
Yeah, that is a bit weird, isn't it? I think the Switch 2 was basically just like funding a few things to just be launch titles.
I don't think they were doing anything to fund Hades 2.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those. It could go either way. Either they fund things to draw people to the platform, or people put in effort into making their things compatible with the new thing so that they are one of the launch titles, and people that buy the new thing go, there are 10 things available, I'm going to get the new Zelda and that.
I will say Hades 2, Hades 1 and 2 seem like perfect handheld games.
Yes.
So I can see the logic of Supergiant wanting to just be like, we should put this on the Switch 2 day one.
Yeah. But yeah, that's enough about me and mine. How about you and yours?
Well, one second, Rick. There is something else you watched, because I know you watched it because I told you had to.
Oh yes, the amazing Digital Circus, and it's been about a week since I watched it.
Well, it will be because it came out last week.
Yeah,
on the
it
Friday.
came out the end of that day. Yes, this is one of the best episodes they've had so far.
I'd argue it's the best episode they've had so far, because as of this moment, it's paid everything off.
Yes. We are set up for the finale, which, as you've mentioned to me, is going to be double length at least.
That's what Gooseworks said like 6 months ago, so whether or not it's true is another matter.
Yeah, and it has paved the way for many a meme. Yeah, like you say, it's paid a lot of things off. We've seen Queenie now being animated properly.
Yes, she had lines.
She did. And big old spoilers. So, yes, the personal hells were all rather both unsettling and also fun to watch.
I mean, I'm not going to be breaking any fucking minds here by saying that each of those personal hells were very Am-esque. Now, I adore the short story I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, but I also adore the point-and-click adventure game that was based on the book, where everyone has their own personal hell to go through, which is just them in tiny little cages. Some of them are silly, because Ted's is just, he keeps getting shot by little laser beams, it's so stupid. And then you got fucking Nimdok, who's straight up burning in an oven.
Sure.
Yeah, but this is what I say when it's like, it's very personal, and having a malicious AI attack something on a personal level is always more terrifying than just general broad strokes. But yeah, Kane went off the fucking deep end on this episode, but it's so well written in the sense that I wanted to punch Kane in the face while also being like, this man needs a cuddle.
Yeah, the dude needs a friend, and Bubble ain't it.
Well, there's been a theory going around for about 3 episodes now that almost seems certain at this point, in that Bubble is a virus of some kind.
Yeah, either a virus or even weirder, could even just be another human who just has enough power to fake being a program.
I mean, it's possible, but it's, considering we don't see Bubble as soon as Kane goes. But yeah. And we learnt why he's called Kane. Yeah,
because he killed Abel.
Like, it was such a good intro to an episode, which I was very confused from until, the cut from that. I was like, what are we watching here? And it's like, the fucking ball dropping moment of just, damn.
Once upon a time, there was a blue ball, and the blue ball was good at doing things, and then there was a red ball, and it ate everything. Hello, Kane.
Yeah. Well, in this analogy, that makes Kinga, or Scratch, I suppose, the other dude, would be God, wouldn't they?
To a degree, yeah. And then Bubble just going, yeah, you were always the unfavourite.
Well, it is what it is. It's very depressing. The mask is fully off now with the, this is clearly an ode to I Have No Mouth.
Yeah.
He says it in his song. He says the line, Rick.
What is that, the hate, the angstrom?
No, in the song he says, I forget the exact wording, but he says, you got to screen, but you have no mouth.
Sure, okay.
He also tells the gang to take it on the chin, which I found as a fun line, because in the point-and-click adventure game, there are there's other robots other than Am. It's the Allied Master Computer is Am, and the other two aspects are the Chinese and the Russian versions of Am, which are the docile versions, as it were. They're subservient to Am. Am is the dominant one, so he controls the world. And one of the rogue AIs that isn't Am just straight up says to I've forgotten her name, but it's the only girl member of the group. Just says, just take it on the chin for a bit. It's like, motherfucker, we've done this for 108 years. What do you mean take it on the chin? Fuck you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's another line they use in the song, and I don't know if it was deliberate or not, but if it was, fucking what a
Almost
ball.
certainly.
But yeah, Kinger MVP.
Oh, absolutely. With a miniature shout out to the bucket that Pomni puts on his head.
No, that's not the MVP at all. No, that's not fair. No, Kinger did just gave us a lore dump, and we also learnt that Ragatha's been here a fucking long time.
Yeah, she has. She's basically been here since the beginning. Like, she was like the first one to pop in.
Yeah, she was the first one that wasn't part of, the company. It's interesting because I actually went back and rewatched almost the entire thing after this episode because I wanted to. And in the episode with the guns, they're in the dark, so King is a bit more lucid, as it were. And he straight up says to Ragatha, it's like, I didn't know what to do, and then you appeared. And it's like, oh, wow, that line means a lot more now.
It do.
I will say, I am a little bit... Wouldn't it be really fucked up if in the next episode, halfway through, Kane reappears and just goes, congratulations, you've succeeded on the Kill the AI adventure.
I mean, that's both the kind of thing that he would do and also the kind of thing that he would be mad about, and also that's the way that he starts his next rampage.
Yeah, I don't know. His last one was pretty bad.
It was.
And also in this episode, we found out that... Well, I say found out. It seems as if Jax was legitimately serious when he said he thought no one else was real.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because when Kinger goes, yeah, no, everyone was real, he fucking freaks out.
Yeah, you do.
Like, oh god, I treated so many people like shit because I thought this was all just pretend make-believe land.
Magical happy land.
Well, it's words cannot describe how good this episode was. If you think that The Amazing Digital Circus has been mid, which I don't think you could think that, but I don't think you could think that and still get to episode 7, let's put it that way.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I think episode 8 really has just... Like, episode 9 is just going to be wrapping up a few final points. Mostly like, well, Kane's gone, now what?
Yeah, totally.
And you know what? Shout out to Kane's voice actor, because I really think that he was a big part for me having any sympathy at all for Kane.
Absolutely, because we both said right in the first episode, it was the title of our retro. I don't like him. I think you. I hate him. I think I hate him. I think you meant to.
Oh yeah, God, it's been a while. This has been going on for like 2 years.
It has.
Right,
and you can have sympathy for a character that is both someone that you overall dislike and overall is does not deserve redemption. Like, the other one I can think of is Himiko Toga, the meme face vampire girl from My Little Hero.
I did watch enough to know who it is.
Well, I'm pointing out for others. Yes, she's a sympathetic character, but she does not deserve redemption.
I want to point out this is the character that you spoiled for me that made me go, well, fuck it, what's the point in watching this show then?
Okay, she was only part of that.
No, she was the entire part. I got to the, not the sports day, the fucking inter-school tournament bullshit, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And then you went, oh, have you met the blood girl yet? And I went, what the fuck do you mean? And then you spoiled her power, and I was like, cool, fucking awesome. I don't care anymore. I was kind of wishy-washy on My Hero at that point anyway, but I was watching it.
Sure.
Anyway, we digress. This is the first time in a long while where I haven't minded an antagonist being sympathetic, because a lot of times it feels ham-fisted.
Yeah. Because I know you've made your thoughts clear on this, that you're just sick of them having a last-minute face turn when the heroes have murdered all of the minions.
That's not anything to do with what my problem is.
Okay, but it's parallel to it.
If you say so, it's not my beef. That's not the issue I have. In fact, that is a thing I saw on Reddit the other day, and I think you're conflating that Reddit post with something I've said.
But yeah, turning every villain into a sob story, redemption story, just to twinge at the heartstrings.
Again, I don't mind villain redemptions. What I don't like is this is a villain, but you should feel sympathy for the villain because of this. And it's like, but they caused 10 9/11s.
Yeah. You murder people!
For real. I shared a comic with you at the moment I realised you'd watched episode 8 of Am and GLaDOS both having a go at Kane for being mildly transphobic towards Zubul, and it's like, we don't think that's cool. And it's just Kane looking dead ass being like, Am, you kill people.
Yeah.
Am, you killed everyone on the planet except for 5 people. That's how bad Am is.
Yeah.
But no, Kane was mildly transphobic, so he's worse. Fuck off.
I mean, that's how Tumblr would view him.
But I mean, I'm not even arguing that. It's just such a laughable take. I'm not saying transphobia is okay, don't get me wrong. It's just being like, this is the straw that broke the camel's back, when the comparison is like Adolf Mega Hitler.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, technically speaking, Am killed all the trans people.
Yes, because the ones that we see are not.
I mean, yeah. Meanwhile, yeah. Kane made one person feel bad about their body. Which, to be fair, if you want to get into the nitty-gritty details, Kane has been doing the entire series, just not overtly.
Yeah, because he gives them all the parts to experiment with, and basically, well, you like body parts here? Well, here's all the body parts in the world!
Oh my god, you're not doing the Simpsons bit.
But yes, I think we've chatted about this for long enough, and wait for the final episode and wait for our inevitable full season retro.
I mean, yeah.
So yes, how about you? What have you been? Where have you been?
Well, I've trimmed a few things because we've talked about Digital Circus for a bit longer than I thought we were going to. But as for the week, of course, I did the achievement of the week.
Was it fun?
Yeah, it was this week, actually. I enjoyed it. I haven't beaten the game that's associated with it yet because it's a Fire Emblem game and those take a while.
Yes. I don't know all the names, but can you give me a clue of who the main character is?
Oh, you know this one. It's Fire Emblem: The Blazing Blade.
Oh, okay. So this is Roy.
No, it's Eliwood.
Oh, Eliwood. Yeah. Oh, Binding Blade is Roy. Yeah. Okay.
It's actually when you start the game, it's Lyn.
Yeah, so Lynn's arc is just the tutorial, and then she just is in the game after that. But yeah, you then do Eliwood and Hector.
Yeah, exactly. Hector is technically a bonus content part.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, funny you should mention Hector, because there was a map really early on where they told you, hey, you should really visit all the villages and the towns on a map. And I'm like, I've played Fire Emblem before, I know this is a good thing. And I visited a random village at the bottom of the map, and I'm just like, that's fucking Hector. That's just Hector. Are you going to join me, Hector? And no, he doesn't. He just bitches about Eliwood being late, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then you beat the chapter and you meet Eliwood, and that's why he was late, is because he was saving some random girl.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, the achievement in question is I See Lycia, which is to cross the Lycian border, which is like chapter 4. It's incredibly easy to get that far in the game. My current progress point is I'm literally on the cusp of playing the game for realsies, because the battle that I'm on is the battle against the dickhead uncle.
Sure.
So yeah.
Okay. I think this was the first one to come out in the West.
It could be. It's a Game Boy Color game.
Yeah, not Game Boy Advance.
No, Game Boy Color, GBC.
Oh, okay.
I'm now going to double check that, because now you've got me second guessing myself. Give me 2 seconds. No, my apologies. It is the Game Boy Advance.
Sure. Yeah. Because that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Because we got that, and the tagline was "Roy's in it."
For 5 seconds.
Yeah, he's in it for 5 seconds because he's just been born.
So yeah, I will say Fire Emblem Heroes has completely fucked up my perception of Lyn, because I was very surprised when Lyn was a swordsman, because the only time I've ever used Lyn was in Fire Emblem Heroes, and she was very definitely an archer.
Yeah, there's like 10 Lyns in Fire Emblem Heroes, and like 8 of them are archers.
Yeah, well, it makes sense considering she's clearly meant to be like Mongol coded.
Yeah, like there's one with a sword and one with a book, which is apparently a box of chocolates, and the rest of them are archers.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a fun time. I'm probably going to finish that game. It's an old Fire Emblem, and I can't bear losing units. It's why I don't like old Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I get you, totally.
You ready for some news?
Let's go.
Holy Rick! Holy fuck, Rick! The new Mario Galaxy poster dropped. Guess who's on it?
Yeah, a friend of mine totally is Fox McCloud. Fox McCloud. And I've seen a picture of it that looks very 2D animated rather than 3D, so...
it's not 2D at all, it's 3D as fuck.
No. Yeah, so we're now 6 out of 8 of the original Smash Brothers trailer having been introduced or teased for the Nintendo universe. The only ones we're really missing are, I think, Captain Falcon and Samus.
The annoying thing about Samus is, like, you can so easily make that a movie.
Yeah, like Uwe Boll was going to do, like, years ago.
I don't know who Uwe Boll is.
He makes terrible movies.
Oh, well, in which case, Bullet dodged. Like,
yeah. I think he's the one that made the Dead or Alive movie that had nothing to do with Dead or Alive.
Dead or Alive is just tits anyway.
Yeah, it's very easy to make. They could have just taken freaking Piranha 3D and made it into a Dead or Alive movie.
But yes, anyway, the joke is abound of just like, yeah, it's the same joke when the first Mario movie came out, where it's like you can't wait for the end credit cutscene. That's just Nick Fury showing up and saying, "Are you ready to join the Smash Bros initiative?"
Yeah, just a shuriken just comes in and there's the freaking Smash Brothers invitation seal attached to it.
That being said, though, in all seriousness, having a Fox McCloud, I can't believe they're promoting him so heavily before the film comes. How cool would it have been, Rick, if we'd have just gone into the theatre and gone, "Oh, fuck," when he showed up?
Yeah, like Donkey Kong in the last one.
We knew Donkey Kong was in it.
Yeah, but I didn't watch the previews. I didn't look at the posters. I just went to see it, and then Donkey Kong was there. And he was like a third of the film.
I didn't watch the trailers and such for the Mario movie. It's just they made such a big deal about Seth Rogen playing him.
Oh, okay.
Like, when they announced Chris Pratt, they also announced Seth Rogen. And guess what? People were way less offended about Seth Rogen voicing Donkey Kong than Chris Pratt voicing Mario.
Yeah, because he wasn't putting a voice on. And they justify it in the film, in that he is just a guy from New York, and he puts the voice on for the advert and then stops it. But, yeah.
I just don't like that Mario is voiced by Chris Pratt, because Chris Pratt doesn't try and doesn't deserve it.
Yeah.
Other oh god, like, I don't want to justify it again, but like no one cared that Jack Black voiced Bowser. No one cared about Seth Rogen voicing Donkey Kong. No one cared about whoever voiced Peach. Oh,
apparently people did, because the people that know her know that she's just doing her own voice. So she's also one that just didn't try.
Fine, but it's also not someone who has a canon voice actor.
Yeah, true.
Whereas, Charlie Martinet has always voiced Mario. Now, obviously, he's retired now, so it's like, if he'd have retired before the movie, it would have been less of a blow. But he didn't, and therefore, anyway, I'm getting off topic. Fox McCloud is in Galaxy. If there's any character that deserves a cameo in Galaxy, it's the character that has a starship.
Yeah, literally. And he's probably the one that's least likely to make it into a mass appeal movie, because there's already a Star Wars.
What's the chances that this is furry bait?
Says me with a role in A Fox in Space.
Yes, you're reprising that role, but we can't talk about that, can we? Or can we? Do I need to cut that?
No, we can talk about it. It's a character that's in episode 2 at the beginning, and like, shock horror, that character's going to keep on appearing until he dies.
That was the limit of the discussion I was going to put in, was just that, yeah, it's a thing that's happening.
Yeah.
Rick, Britain is undergoing an octopus invasion.
Oh, are we? Okay, I didn't see that.
Well, neither of us live on the coast, so we don't really get to see it firsthand. But yeah, there's a bunch of just octopus on our beaches at the moment. I wouldn't say it's a real problem, but it is a thing that's happening.
Yeah, weird.
It's not weird, though. Like,
climate change.
Yeah, it's almost entirely climate change. Like, some people are like, oh no, but what's happening is that there's less fish that are eating the octopus roe, so more octopus are hatching. Yeah, and there's less fish because of climate change.
Yeah.
And overfishing, but, one of those we can control a bit easier.
Yeah. We can control the overfishing to a degree, and we just stop buying birdseye. But yeah,
well, we've already put a curb on the Atlantic fishing, in the sense that about 70% of our sea fish now is just straight up farmed.
Yeah,
that's a significant portion.
It is.
I also might be slightly incorrect on the number, so for that, forgive me, but I know it's above 50 at this point.
Sure.
But yeah, combination of certain fish just not existing in as vast a quantity. And as you point out, Rick, the sea surrounding Britain is closer to a Mediterranean temperature level now.
It is. Like, the sea's always going to feel cold, but the fact that it's now, like, 4 degrees warmer than it was 50 years ago is a big deal.
Yeah. Do you know what the locals have said is a good solution to our octopus problem?
Make octopus balls.
No joke. They're just like, well, we'll just stop. We'll slow down the selling of haddock and cod, and we'll start promoting octopus. To which every environmental expert ever has said, "Hold on a minute. Maybe don't start killing all the octopus because we don't know how long this is going to be a thing for."
Yeah, and if we kill them all, we might end up killing them all.
Yeah. But people are dumb. And
also, they're like one of the few things that really do only have whatchamacallit. They're one of the only creatures that are protected by the Animal Testing Act that don't have a spinal cord. It's basically anything with a spinal cord and an octopus is deemed as having a large enough brain to feel pain and remember it.
Yeah, so no throwing them in boiling pots. But for real though, if there is too much of a creature and it becomes a problem to the local wildlife, culling is an option. It's just like, it shouldn't be your immediate response because there's a few octopus on the beach.
Yeah.
Anyway, in other news, Rick, I almost had a heart attack when I read the headline "Sora's dead."
Oh yeah, this is the good headline. So the B side of this is that Sora is the video generation platform from OpenAI. Grok, which is the Twitter one, has a video platform as well, and that has gone exclusively pay to play. And basically, this is going to mean that the two most powerful video generation things are now unavailable for free, which is good.
I mean, I still have, by the way, guys, the reason why I say I had a heart attack is because I thought they meant, like, the voice actor for Sora from Kingdom Hearts died or something.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't care that Sora's gone away. It was always going to happen. It was operating at such a huge, loss. I think the numbers that I saw thrown around is it cost $1 billion a year to run, and it was making money in the range of 1.5 million. That's a loss of $98.5 million.
Yeah.
Wait,
so if you want
98, or is it 998?
Billion is 1,000 million, so yeah, 998.
Yeah, $998.5 million lost a year, and Disney invested in this.
Yup.
Disney has removed their funding now. They're gone, right, okay, fuck you guys.
Yeah, they've tried to pull out, so yes, we'll see how that goes.
Well, they can pull out if they're no longer working on the software, and that's what they invested in. They're not going to keep paying them.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do think Grok is the bigger offender, though, because, again, while I am loath to remind people, but I have to remind people because people seem to have forgotten, that machine made child porn.
It did. And Elon's come out saying, oh yeah, if you subscribe to it now, you can now make anything that you can see in an R-rated movie. Yeah.
Elon deserves to be fucking, I wouldn't say crucified, but like definitely a public execution. Well, I think this of most billionaires, but Elon Musk has been particularly offensive as of late.
Yeah, you can listen to the entire Nonsense Review to see my opinion of Elon Musk souring in real time. It is now beyond the point of blue cheese.
And I've got to be honest with you, as long as the podcast has existed, my opinion of him hasn't been high. Even when he was appearing in fucking Iron Man, I was like, what the fuck's this prick doing? But anyway, yeah, Sora's dead. I've been saying it for months, but like, boy, can this AI bubble not pop quick enough?
Yeah. We were talking about it in the class, and we're likening the AI bubble to the .com bubble.
It's going to be so much worse, though.
Yeah.
There's so much more money tied up in it.
Yeah, even proportionally, there's more money tied up in it because like entire big companies are leaning on it and investing in it, and it's just they're relying on year infinite growth, and when it pops, we're going to be eating rocks.
It's not good. It's not good. It's going to be bad. And everyone in the world who is not a stupid fucking CEO of a stupid backwards fucking company is going, this is bad. We should not be doing this. It's going to be bad. And every CEO is just like, well, I'm not going to get affected by this. Yeah, I know better than you plebeians. Anyway, the last thing I wanted to mention is Afro Man won his court case.
Yeah, I saw this. Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, I did not follow this story at all because I wouldn't say I didn't care. It was so much that, man, this is such American bullshit, isn't it?
Yeah, so he had videos of his house being broken into by the police, and then he made a bunch of diss track release songs about the individual names and goings-on of the officers that broke into his house. And
they are very funny.
Yes. One of them is like, I fucked your wife, and when the judge asked, did he fuck your wife? He goes, I don't know. So...
It's better than that, because it wasn't even him saying he fucked his wife. He said Method Man fucked his wife. And it's like, Method Man is like a name I've not heard since like 2005. But yeah, the cop on the stand did answer, as you said. It's like, I don't know, and the prosecutor was just like, what do you mean you don't know? How is this a case if you don't know if that's true or not?
Yeah, and the other one was one of the police officers was a lesbian, and his song about her was that she was seducing the other officers' wives.
Yeah, and so she ended up getting ostracized in the department because everyone assumed it was true. American cops are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
I'm not saying British cops are much higher on the totem pole, but fuck me, this is dumb.
Mm-hmm. But yes, thumbs up to Afro Man. We're listening to I know him mostly because I Got High, and that's pretty much it.
That's how everyone knows him.
Yeah.
It's one of those, Rick, where I actually don't agree with a lot of Afro Man's more outspoken political statements and weird views. But for the most part, this is a win. You can't be sued for saying things, especially when those things are true. Because one of his diss tracks was just straighting up saying, "Hey, this guy's a paedophile." It's like, you can't say shit like that, Afro Man. Here's his arrest record that says he touched kids, and it's like, oh, never mind, Afro Man. How is this guy still a policeman?
Yeah, but because police.
No. Anyway, Rick, that brings our news segment to a close. So, without further ado, do you want to remind the audience what we're doing and count us in?
We're doing Secret Level, Episode 5, Warhammer 40,000, and they shall no fear. 3, 2, 1, and go.
The vast majority of our audience is American, Rick, so they're not going to know what the fuck you did that for.
Yeah, it's a Vicar of Dibley reference, and they shall know no fear.
I also find it hilarious that they filmed that. I don't know why, this is the first time in a long time I've seen someone type out the number 40,000 as opposed to just writing 40k. Yeah,
and also without a comma.
The no comma is my fault. Because you can't title files with commas.
Sure. I also get thrown when I see Europeans using a comma, because when they use a comma, they usually mean a decimal point.
I thought that was a Brazilian thing.
They're basing it on not Indonesia. What's the other thing on it? Portugal.
Not even remotely fucking similar. What?
It's on the Iberian Peninsula. That's where the I came from. Yeah, Portugal.
Wow, I need to turn this the fuck up. Now, what's the betting that the Space Marine chapter they decide to focus on is Ultramarines?
It's like a 90% chance.
Oh wow, that's some rookie numbers. I'm putting it on 99.9%.
Look at that! Oh, that chainsaw has got some weight to it.
As it fucking should.
Oh, and the Space Marine is actually rather large.
I think that's a statue, dude. Because it looked very Emperor-coded.
It did a bit.
Why would it kill you to not put something in such dark lighting, motherfuckers?
Yeah, it's CGI. They can choose this.
Yeah. Some very blue eyes.
He does.
In the grim darkness of... say the line, Bart!
In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only eugenics.
I really don't like that you chose to use the Dr. Claw voice. Oh, fuck me, is it a salamander?
Oh, that'd be cool, actually.
Or is he just dirty? Oh, that's a bad sentence. I didn't mean it like that. Ultramarine Strike Squad, it is an Ultramarine.
Sure, okay.
Titus? That's the geezer from the Space Marine get. Oh, that would make sense, wouldn't it? If it's based on video game franchises.
Fair enough. He's also the guy that eats shit in Fallout to give Maximus his armor.
Is that a statue of Gulliman?
It might be. Oh, he's going to be a Terminator. That was a Terminator helmet, it looked like.
Oh, we'll find out. No, I don't know. That looks like pretty standard armor to me.
It is. Yeah, they've got the U's on, so yeah, it's definitely the Ultramarines.
They might
I guess
be
Primaris. It might be, yeah, Primaris. Yeah,
that's the guy from the video game. That's Titus.
Yeah.
The guy with the short fucking crew cut hair. So I guess we're following video game logic.
Sure. Yeah, it's a Primaris helmet. It looked like a Terminator helmet to me, but I guess I'm wrong.
Well, it also wasn't attached to the armor is the more recognizable trait than just the helmet on its own.
And now they're going into a drop pod.
One that's actually correctly sized for them to fit in.
The Bat Cathedral did a poo.
Well, this planet got glassed.
Yeah.
So if this is following the logic of the games, then chances are they're up against Tyranids. Well, there's eggs.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. If it's not Nids, then it's something else that comes from eggs.
Orcs. Then again, that's I'm taking a piss.
Yeah, so Kroot.
Ooh. What the fuck is that? I guess it could just be a Chaos Cultist.
Yeah, I think it's a human Chaos Cultist, yeah.
Listen, I know they don't do fuck all, but I do have such a hard-on, my god, that's cool, for the shields that the fucking Space Marines use.
Yeah, they're good. Like when you got like the Thunderhammer and Storm Shield. I also really like the shields that they just have stuck onto the lapels, like the Grey Knights have.
I get you. Just, like, decorative elements can be cool.
Yeah, because that's more evocative of jousting than actual protection.
What the fuck is that? What are they dragging? Is that a coffin?
Yeah, it's a coffin that's probably got his heavy bolter in it.
It's so weird, because they appear to be Chaos Cultists, but they're acting like orcs.
I don't hate this, though.
My god, you never really think about that with the visor, do you? Or just like, yeah, no, it can just pinpoint shit and be like, this is what the problem is. My god, that's cool. Oh my god, it's so cool. Who cares about tactics and things that work? We're gonna aura farm in this bitch.
Yeah, wait until we've been shot, and then just ring around and get 1 kill per shot, minimum.
But if they're just using fucking bolt weapons, or not even bolt, like, even crapper, like slugs, like, that shouldn't affect Space Marines, and it doesn't, and it's cool. He's got a rune hammer!
He does, and he just killed it with he killed it with the butt of it. It's great.
God
so I'm guessing he's
damn.
a librarian if it's that a proper rune axe. Otherwise, it's going to be just a power weapon.
Or maybe it's just a power axe then. I used the term rune axe because I got a hard on for the Space Wolves.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how you tank a stubber slug.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh,
this is what they need the shields for, the actual autocannons.
There has been like 2 lines of dialogue in the last 6 minutes, and I don't care.
Yeah. Oh, they... Oh.
That's a bit silly, but I love it.
It is a bit.
Hey, kudos to that guy for not just shitting himself instantly. Did he just throw a grenade? Yep.
He did.
It wasn't even his grenade. He took it off the guy he sliced.
Yeah, and just dropped it into the tank that he was straddling.
Oh.
Oh, he's white, so he's an apothecary.
So they're gonna. Someone's died, and they want to reclaim their gene seed. Then.
Yeah. Or in Space King terminology, the globules.
Rick, do you want to get, mostly because I can't be asked, do you want to give a brief explanation as to why this is an important process for Space Marines?
Yeah, there's a finite number of gene seeds that Space Marine chapters have, and if they take the gene seed from a dead Marine, they can use it for the implantation into the next generation of Marines, and it's basically the same person once it happens.
Yeah, it's why Space Marines are practically immortal. While also dying a fuck ton of times.
Yeah.
It's also why Dreadnoughts exist.
Yeah, these are one where... isn't it where the gene seed has been damaged irreparably, but the body is still functional enough to be put in the Dreadnought and kept on life support forever?
Other way around, really.
Huh. Otherwise, why wouldn't they just take the gene seed and just, reimplant it?
Because Dreadnought's a fucking beast.
True.
But it's a waste to put a perfectly capable Space Marine in a Dreadnought.
Yeah, you put one that's, not quite dead in there.
Yeah. But it's also you get these horrible moments in the in some of the graphic novels, not the graphic novels, the novels, of people going, listen, if I get fucked up, don't you dare turn me into a Dreadnought. Fucking don't.
Yeah. And in Chaos, it's basically one of the worst sentences you can get is being turned into a Dreadnought.
Yes, those are called Hell Brutes, and it's a much more deliberately painful process, and becoming the Dreadnought in the first place is pretty damn painful.
Yeah. Some of the best Dreadnoughts in Chaos are the ones that are just possessed by demon souls.
What a cool use of lighting, though!
Yeah. It's iridescent alien blood.
I think these are straight up demons at this point.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot more clearer when we get a good old visual of the corpse. Seeing as it's bright blue blood, I'm going to assume these are Tzeentch.
Yeah, the demon's head that we saw was a little bit beaky, so yeah, having the bird motif of Tzeentch demons does make sense.
Look how fucking badass these guys are, by the way. They've not even fucking stopped for half a second. The fucking kudos to the visual direction on this fucking episode. So much baller shots for no reason.
Yeah.
Stanley Kubrick method of every shot's a painting.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, exactly. Any single one of these, moments could be the screenshot for the episode.
The fuck is that? Is that a fucking...
It's a Lord of Change Yeah, it's a statue of a Lord of Change. It might be Fate Reaver. Fate Reaver's got two heads, hasn't he?
Sorry, I couldn't remember the name of the actual generic demon, so I went for the named one.
Yeah, a Lord of Change, and you got Fate Weaver.
I've got a sneaking suspicion it's not a statue, and they're gonna have to fight that thing. What the fuck?
Oh, okay. It's a Psyker who they're gonna try and get possessed. Yeah, he's either gonna try and purify it, or they're gonna get the demon to possess him so they can kill the demon.
That's usually Grey Knight work, not fucking Ultramarine work. Do you remember that period in time when, Grey Knights, it was no, it's imperative that no one knows these people exist?
Yeah, and then Matt Ward.
Yeah. I don't want to be that guy, but a lot of the bad things about Warhammer lore you can directly pin on that man's shoulders. And the annoying thing is, though, is that he wasn't a bad guy when it came to writing actual rules. I know that might be a controversial statement, but...
It is a controversial statement, that's why I'm shutting up. This looks like something more out of Diablo than anything else.
Well, it moves quick, doesn't it?
It do.
When I say he's not a bad guy, I mean there's been worse people writing rules. That's all I mean.
Oh, they have, yeah. And he's definitely not a bad person as a human being, either.
Oh, no, of course not. I'd never say that. Unless he was, secretly a Nazi or something, I'd be no, of course I've got no personal beef with him. I just think he fucking fapped to the Ultramarines a bit hard. I don't think that's a damning statement as towards his personality.
Dude, I love this, ink version of memory recreation.
I think that was just a visual representation of his mind getting crushed.
Yeah.
Well, we know Titus can't die here because he needs to go back to the video game world.
He do. Yeah, they know no fear. They know death, but not fear.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that's meant to be.
Yeah, if it's going straight to the brain, it's probably Zinj, but it does have some Slaneshi, not influences, design aspects.
Oh, I'm not even denying that it's Zinch, I'm just saying I don't recognise the demon.
It might just be a really tiny demon prince.
Nah, I don't like that idea. Isn't that really telling that the thing they're trying to use to corrupt them is like, here's you if you were chaos?
Hmm. Who are you? I'm you, but an asshole.
Can't you see my spiky bits?
That's how they would never fit in a rhino. Wouldn't it be so cool if he just, like, starts moving during this? Just
I mean,
kicks his
yeah.
ass.
It feels like that's what they're building up to, because this is the last one.
Oh, okay, so this is the thing from the beginning as well. The shot where he's dragging along the chainsword.
I suppose this would be before he was becoming a Marine then.
Hmm.
Oh, you fucked up now, buddy. I absolutely love the concept, and Warhammer does this very well, of creatures that are immensely powerful as far as mentality comes and psychic abilities, but are so disgustingly fragile that if they ever came up against anyone who could suppress that, they're fucked.
Yeah. The things that, other than the Eldar, the thing that really sticks in my mind about this is the zoanthropes, because they're just like overgrown, massive brain fetuses.
But they were also vital in the old school system, because without having like 3 or 4 of those just spaced about your battlefield, you had no control over your troops.
Yeah.
I told you Titus couldn't die. His buddy can, though.
Yeah. Die well, nameless buddy.
I don't think he's nameless, I just I haven't played enough of the game to know what his name is.
Is this where he's now going to refuse?
And they shall know no fear.
There's Titus.
I always wondered how the helmets would latch on, and boy, was that a very good representation, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just like, here's the helmet, it's like twice the size before it seals into position. That's great.
It is good. It is good. And it lets people, carry them under their arm without it looking too stupid.
Yeah. Titus will return in Space Marine 3.
Yeah.
Who was the animation director for this? Because boy, do they need a fucking shout out.
There's a lot of executive producers, but...
Yeah, fuck off. No one cares about you. Dave Wilson.
Alexei
Art director.
Andreev.
Yep, go on.
Alexei Andreev for the art direction.
Yeah, fucking both of you did fucking stellar jobs. That's Warhammer. I know I know it was based mainly on the Space Marine video game, but I don't give a fuck. That was awesome.
Yeah. Whew. Little shivers.
Little shippers.
Little shivers.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Just from how cool it was.
And you know what? It now makes sense as to why they chose Warhammer 40k for this, because everything else is like a video game apart from D&D. So it's like, oh yeah, how is this a video game? And it's like, well, they're calling it Warhammer 40k. They might as well have called it Space Marine.
Yeah, it's Space Marine 2.5.
I don't even know if that's a fact or not, because I don't know how Space Marine 2 ends. It's on my to-play list.
I know one thing about the ending.
Well, I'm going to assume Titus doesn't die.
No.
And I'm vaguely aware that a man that is very important shows up at the end to save the day.
Yeah, and there's another man who turns out to have been a different man.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Yeah, so
that's
me shutting up.
I'm referring to... I know Marnius Calga shows up.
Yeah, and people that don't know Warhammer lore are like super hyped for, oh man, Lord Calgar! And
everyone else is like, oh man, Calgar, fuck! I'm gonna get in trouble!
Yeah, it's like, it's like Homer going, oh, the Denver Broncos! Like any other, special character would have been a lot more fun than Marnius Calgar, but I do have to admit that if you don't know that it's him and that he's a master stick in the mud and is otherwise very boring, his gimmick is pretty cool. He's got massive fists that have got guns on them.
But he's also the main reason why the Tyranids kick the shit out of the Ultramarines.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of those weird ones, because it took him so long to realise that, hey, if I don't stick so rigidly to the Codex, we can actually beat these guys. But because they stuck so hard and true to the Codex, for so long, in canon that is, the Tyranids just learnt what they did every time, so they fucked them up.
Yeah. It's exactly what Commander Farsight does. Like, he observes once, loses once, and then, as long as the tactics remain the same, wins forever after.
Yeah, so what you're saying is that he's Napoleon, and Calgar is Caesar. How fitting is that?
Marnius Caesar.
But there's a pretty infamous quote from Napoleon saying that Caesar won all his battles the same way. I am different, because Napoleon allegedly won all of his battles with different tactics, and he's technically correct, but that's mostly thanks to his lieutenants rather than him.
Oh yeah, I mean you can't be attributed for everything that everyone under you does. Like, as much as people might want to attribute things like that to you in history, or even in real time when you're the commander-in-chief or whatever, yeah, every decision that matters is made by someone closer to the action who has a much more holistic view of what is going to happen.
Well, it's also easier to attribute a lot of these things to the big focal leader, and now Napoleon's grand plan can only be attributed to Napoleon, but the individual battlefield tactics obviously cannot be associated to one person in general, unless we're talking about Nelson.
Yeah, true.
But naval battles are a bit of a different affair, because if you're on the flagship, you are communicating with all of your ships at once, because flags existed.
True.
Anyway, I digress. What are we talking about? We're talking about Warhammer 40k. They show no fear, aka secret level. Rick, what do you think?
It was a eyegasm.
It's a good word for it, even though I don't like it.
Yeah, like the whole thing was a visual spectacle from start to finish. The only slow bit was dragging the chainsword, but even that came back as a nice little echo within the same story, within the same short story as well. Like this didn't drag on in any way.
Yeah, like the total runtime was 19 minutes, but it was only actually about 16.
Yeah.
A lot
of it was credits and international credits.
I get what you're saying. It's one of those where, at a glance, it's like, well, this is kind of ultimately pointless. But without a narrative, and the narrative was reflecting back to Titus, even when he was a young boy, he was a fucking badass.
Yeah. It's it was just cool. Weird that they showed the eggs. But maybe that's just showing that the Tzeentch bird-type demons do actually physically hatch from a small egg like that before becoming to like full fruition.
It could also just be like a hint as to like, no, life used to exist on this planet, and also it might also just be a nod to Space Marine 2, which would have come out, I assume, at a relatively nearer time to when this episode came out, where the main bad guy was Tyranids. Tyranids aren't actually born from eggs. It's just they're so xenomorph-like in appearance. No one's gonna fault you for making that assumption.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, they're just kind of born from goo, aren't they?
Yeah, it's weird.
And depending on your xenomorph, so are they.
No, I reject this. Go away.
But yes, do you have any further things to add on what you thought?
I mean, it was a great short story. I don't think this particular format would work in a, actual series sense. But for a 16-minute standalone thing, it was pretty great. Apart from having quite clearly higher production values, it feels like something an indie animator would do on YouTube, just to be like, man, I fucking love Warhammer 40k, and this is why. Yeah,
like, if you do... Basically, this entire thing, minus the particle effects and multiple hours per frame of 3D CG processing, a lot of this could be done, as you say, by an indie animator who was just super into the choreography.
Listen, we need to tap into that untapped talent of just pure autism-fueled boners. Well, I'm just saying, I don't think a person who was just doing this in their own time without being paid anything would be able to get anywhere near as good at looking as this. But I think they'd get the same core beats in.
Yeah,
it's more or less what I'm saying. Not everyone can have an Amazon level budget.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just imagine someone making this on their own time for funsies, and they're like, oh, I really splurged on the budget today. I bought a 6-pack of colas. Thanks, Rick. I didn't think it was that funny, but I appreciate the shout.
Oh, it was dumb. It's not even like, I splurged, I bought a 5090 to run with my other 5090 so I can render things quicker. No, it's like I splurged because I bought a 48-pack of monsters.
Even having the ability to buy a second 5090 would be an unbelievable boon in your budget for an indie animation.
Oh, yes.
I think a lot of people, when I say indie animation, their mind still goes to Haluva Boss and Amazing Digital Circus, and it's like, yes, they're indie, but they've got budgets. I'm talking about a dude in his basement who's just really passionate.
Yeah.
And anyway, I digress. Let's get to our usual wind down, shall we? We've got a few core beats to hit. Rick, first and foremost, do you have a standout favourite moment? I know it's tough today.
I think it was... it's definitely with the cultists. It's between holding the guy, getting shot and headbutting him to death, and the one with the tank. It's got to be the one with the tank. So when he's on the tank, kills the guy with a grenade, grabs the grenade and drops it into the tank.
Okay, when you say kills the guy with a grenade, you mean the guy is holding a grenade, not
killed
with... Yeah, gotcha.
He kills, brackets, the guy with the grenade, and then takes the grenade. He might as well have used that same fist. Takes the grenade in one hand, punches him with the fist that's got the grenade, showing his perfect control, and then drops the grenade. It's like a mic drop of grenade, and then cool guys don't look at explosions.
Well, he hasn't got time to look at the explosion. He's on a mission.
Yeah, he's a man on a mission. He's going forwards.
Yeah, so clearly we learned by the end of this episode that their mission was to root out this chaos cult.
Yeah, root out the cult, root out the leader, which appears to be that weird demon, and then the rest of it just kind of falls into place after they destroy all the iconography.
Yeah, except we know how Warhammer 40k works, and that cult's still there.
Yeah. The only way you're getting rid of the cult is by getting rid of the planet. You can't just glass the planet because someone will survive. But yes, how about you? Do you have a favourite moment?
Unsurprisingly, I think we both rated that initial conflict with the Job Squad incredibly highly, because that's how it should be. A squad of 4 Space Marines should completely decimate no matter how many bog-standard Chaos Cultists you've got. At least in animation. On the tabletop, maybe not so much. But yeah, it was just a little bit before your favourite moment, in fact. It was when they just stood there while this entire horde of dudes were charging at them, and they're like, should we be worried? Bitch, we aura farming. They got their shields up, they'd wait until they get a bit closer, move shield so casually, and fuck you, we're shooting you with regular pistols because our gear is the shit.
Yeah, 3 bolt pistols and a plasma pistol.
Plasma pistols are so dangerous, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know anything about Warhammer.
Yeah, they've got like a 16% chance of killing you.
And if you want to, you can purposefully up that chance just to have a really cool shot.
Yep. One of the best things I had during my time was they had to rules patch Terminators to have an invulnerable save, because people playing Guardsmen against Terminators just kept incinerating their own guardsmen just because the number of plasma guns you could field was just enough to make it dangerous to Terminators.
But it's one of those, though, where I kind of love that because that's kind of the MO of an Imperial Guard army. If you're not running straight up like an Astra
Mechanized
Militarum,
company,
yeah, exactly, tank bastards, as I like to call them. And instead you're playing effectively a horde army. It's like, no, that's what it is. You're a meat grinder, and the only benefit you've got is you've got bodies to throw at the problem.
Yeah, they only allowed Mechanized Company once they released Plastic Imperial Guardsmen.
Okay, but Rick, that's when I joined.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate they weren't always a thing for you, but as long as I've known about Warhammer 40k, that's always been a thing.
Yeah, the Metal Imperial Guardsmen were like 80% more expensive than the plastic ones. So, yeah, if anyone wanted a guard ground army, they were the rich kids.
Sure. But yes, Rick, we can't only talk about the good, can we? We also have to talk about the bad. Again, probably going to have a tough time today, but let's go for it. What is your weakest link?
I guess it was a personal failure that I didn't know what the Tzeentch main demon was meant to be. Like, they showed what it could do.
I don't think that's a personal failure. I think that's a unique design for this show, because I'm convinced that's not on the tabletop.
Yeah, it's so weird, isn't it? Like, it's... Like, there's not really much bad to say about this. Like, what really could we criticize? Oh, that it was Ultramarines, and like not some other chapter, but it had to be Ultramarines because it was going to be Titus.
I wasn't even criticizing your weakest link. I think it's a perfectly valid weakest link. I just don't think the weakest link should be you didn't recognize the thing. I don't think there's anything to recognize. If anything, it should be a more recognizable demon.
I guess so, yeah. So it was basically that we couldn't really do a one-to-one mental mapping of, oh, this thing can do this and that's why it's dangerous. But that's also kind of a good thing because you're not constrained by hubris.
It also happens in the books all the time. The books always have them encountering unique demons that don't exist on the tabletop. Because if they existed on the tabletop, they'd have to be so bullshit strong that you couldn't field them.
Yeah, and everyone would pick them.
Well, yeah, that too.
But yes, how about you? Do you have a weakest link for today?
I mean, we brought it up immediately, and there's no real excuse for it in animation because you have total control, and that is the lighting was abysmal. I get it, it's a nighttime thing, but like you can do nighttime things and still have light. The light doesn't have to be literal.
Yeah. It worked better when there were other lights. So when the Chaos Cultists were there, they had lights on their goggles and all that. When it was the fight with the demons, there was the iridescent demon blood. Those were good times to have the light contrast.
Yes.
But right at the beginning was a poor choice.
I think it's rather telling about the light quality when I had the legitimate question of I can't tell if this character is black or if they're just covered in dirt.
Yeah.
and that's a problem because it's animation. We know what dirt looks like.
Yeah.
And if you're in a fighting scenario, it's not uncommon to have your character covered. Shit, it happens in Dark Souls. If you roll about without a helmet on, your character effectively gets blackface.
Yeah. Well, even the armor does as well. But yes, until you roll in water, you end up mucky.
Or more likely sit at a bonfire.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the lighting was an abysmal choice, at least early on. As even the cultists, by then the lighting was better, but we were also working with armor rather than flesh, so it was a bit easier to distinguish things. And the contrast in the demon scene. Like, I'm not completely poo-pooing the lighting, is what I'm saying. I'm just saying at certain points it could have been better.
Yeah. I mean, once it was the cultists, the visibility was more like smoke and fog and like dust, mostly, I guess. But we also saw how the Marines themselves dealt with that because they've got the visors and they can just got the heads-up display of, oh, we're targeting this, and this.
Yeah, Space Marines have dark vision, is what we're learning.
Yeah, beyond dark vision.
But yes, as always, we don't like to end on a negative. We always like to end on a highlight. So, with that in mind, Rick, who's your MVP today?
It's going to be Alexei Andreev, with a nod to anyone else who worked on the artistic design and execution. It was... I opened this segment with the orgasm, and I stand by it.
Rick, I hate to break it to you, but I fully agree. I don't think you... yes, the voice actors did fine, but there was only about, 2 paragraphs of dialogue, if that, in 16 minutes. Yeah,
and giving it to Dave, the guy that ran that one frame on the animation, is going to be a bit disingenuous when, you're giving it to the whole team, and when you're giving it to the whole team, you're essentially giving it to the one in charge. And rather than a full-on director or a full-on owner, art direction.
And we sure as shit ain't giving it to any producers.
Not giving it to Matt Ward.
Matt Ward wasn't even a producer. I do think, again, I will just say, I do think I perhaps over-defend Matt Ward on some aspects, just because he gets so much hate. But, you know, fuck's sake, just don't wank on the Smurfs so much.
Yeah.
That's a title.
He did put out a tweet once of, I've not worked there for 12 years, but thanks for slagging me off.
I mean, that's telling, isn't it? People still give him shit.
Yeah.
It's 2026 and people are still like, fuck you. I know why I like Matt Ward so much.
Oh.
And why I say he's not that bad at rule making. I believe he was in charge of The Lord of the Rings when that first came out.
Okay.
And that rule set, alright, it wasn't perfect, but it wasn't terrible.
Yeah, I really like the idea of having fate points alongside your wounds.
Especially for hero characters.
Yeah, like Boromir, 3 wounds, no fate. Because he gets shot by Lurtz 3 times in the movie.
But he's also just got a high toughness as well, so those 3 wounds are worth a damn.
Yeah, they are.
Anyway, let's not overpraise Matt Ward, because otherwise we'll get that part of the fan base having a go at us. So all that's left to do really is to let you guys know that yes, our recording schedule is going to change a bit. Because we're going to be recording in the evenings, we're probably going to be having, I'm not going to say for definite, but we'll probably be having shorter podcasts is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, we're the movies are going to be a lot more sparing going forward for the next 3 months.
As far as I'm aware, we've got 2 penciled in, and that's because they were going to happen anyway.
Yes, one of them released 21 years ago, and that's your clue.
If anyone who just pays attention to the podcast around May times knows what that is.
Yes.
But anyway, I digress. As always, we've got the comment section down below on the YouTubes. Let us know what you thought of this particular episode of Secret Level. And let us know if any of the other Secret Levels are worth watching, because honestly, I wouldn't mind it. It's short enough, especially if they're interesting. Let us know of other Warhammer 40k projects of a similar vein, because honestly, I kind of like Warhammer 40k as a universe in general, and Henry Cavill's project isn't out yet.
Yeah, and we know about Space King.
What's Space King?
Oh, you've not seen Space King? Okay, I'll have to show you Space King.
Well, what is it? Just very quick, briefly.
It's a parody of Warhammer 40k that you can only enjoy if you know exactly what they're parodying.
Oh, it's a parody. I'm not interested.
Sure.
But anyway, alternatively, if you've got a comment section because you're not on Spotify or the YouTubes, in which case, kudos to you guys. You also have the email address, which is
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
Absolutely, and we look forward to hearing from you. So, well, until then, we'll see you again next week, guys.
Bye, everybody.